right. YouTube is trying to destroy destroy ad blockers.
Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are going to be talking about YouTube's newest experiment that
Destroy.
is getting everybody pretty worked up. Obviously, YouTube has a pretty long recorded history even of making changes to the platform that people really just don't like, right? You know, they'll do things that just, you would think on paper even
Thank
when
you,
you would like
Shadow.
write it down would just look like they were going to go bad, but YouTube is on a completely other level with this one, man. And
All
I
right.
mean, you gotta understand YouTube's perspective from this. We'll talk about that obviously in the video, but I don't understand why now all of a sudden this has become a big deal for YouTube, because if we're being truthful here, ad blockers have been a thing for probably like at least, what, a decade now? I mean, Jesus, I'm pretty sure middle school with ad blockers, bro. I'm a grown man with a house now, so like, these aren't anything new. It's not like this just came along and YouTube's scrambling some response together. More or less, this has been something that has probably costed YouTube billions, literally.
Yes, and I understand that, but I also think that YouTube probably was for years trying to find a way to get rid of ad blockers, and maybe finally they found out a solution or figured it out. It's not like they let it slide and didn't care that they are losing billions of dollars. They just didn't know how to get rid of it.
With a B over the years in ad revenue. YouTube is now running an experiment where they are targeting people's ad blockers that they'll use. Now, if for some reason you don't know what these ad blockers are, I'm actually kind of stunned that people are using the internet in modern times without ad blockers.
I'm sorry, I use ad blocker all the time. I'm a YouTuber. This is blasphemy. I know I'm a YouTuber, but the thing is that I started using ad blocker on my main YouTube because I tend to watch YouTube videos when I go to sleep, and I don't use that other YouTube app that is not used anymore. But I don't like when I get ads while sleeping because they are usually so much louder than the original video, and they wake me up when I'm trying to snooze while watching a video. That's the main reason I use an ad blocker on that channel.
But essentially these are just plugins that you can download for most, if not all, browsers. I know like Opera GX, I'm pretty sure, has a built-in ad blocker, but like on Google Chrome you can download. The one that I know everyone uses is called literally just AdBlock. That's the one I've used for like a decade at this point. They're pretty much just free extensions that prevent YouTube videos from playing ads and like displaying the little bumper ads and stuff along the comments and whatnot, right? So basically just giving you that quote-unquote YouTube premium ad-free experience, and realistically internet-wide ad-free or extremely ad-limited experience.
Anyone here using YouTube Premium? I never used YouTube Premium. I was thinking of getting a YouTube Premium, but I don't know the appeal since I have the ad blocker. What does YouTube Premium really like? Why would you use it? Is it worth it? Let me know.
Experience, and just prevents the internet from being so cluttered, in my opinion. That's one thing that I've always hated about the internet, is there's so many ads. And you're probably like, oh, Optimus, you know, that's so hypocritical, you put ads on your videos. Which I understand that, you know, I do have to put ads on my YouTube videos to make a living, but I have never had a problem with people using ad blockers. In fact, I openly will admit that I use one. I mean, ad blockers just make things more convenient, right? And that's why so many people love them. Now, obviously, YouTube does not love them. They don't want anything to do with them, and now people are starting in some instances to see a pop-up from YouTube itself that shows that they are detecting ad blockers. In fact, there's one that's been going around on social media that people have been using that looks like this. Ad blockers are not allowed on YouTube. It looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Ads allow YouTube to stay free for billions of users worldwide. You can go ad-free with YouTube Premium, and creators can still get paid from your subscription. And you get two options. You either allow ads on YouTube, or you get YouTube Premium with the other buttons. So I will say I personally can vouch for YouTube Premium. I've had it for years. I really enjoy it. I think it's pretty decent. I understand that some people aren't willing to spend money on stuff like that, and that's completely understandable. But for me personally, I mean,
like,
I watch
what do you really get with the YouTube like Premium? Only because it's on phones you can't have like ad blocker, and then on phones you can have it without ads and you can watch videos. What else? You can download videos from YouTube, right? Premium also gives access to YouTube Music. All right. It does the music, you mean I can use that music in the background of my videos as well? Higher resolution? No way. You can have videos on 4K and whatnot without premium. You can download videos. All right. All right. Maybe. I'll try it.
Pretty good amount of YouTube. I do feel a
Oh,
little
like
morally,
Spotify. Okay.
conscious about like, oh shit, these creators are spending hours on their videos. I'm using an ad blocker. They're not getting paid. Me personally, I don't really care, but I also do get a lot of support from YouTube Premium. I mean, last year, like 10% of my total channel revenue came from people watching
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
videos.
yeah. Keep in mind, guys, like the way you earn from YouTube is by monetizing your videos, where you get ads, and depending on people clicking on your videos and watching ads, if you, for example, have a video that is 8 minutes plus, you can have mid-roll ads as well. You have unskippable ads, you have skippable ads as well. The creator himself can or herself can actually make it to have whichever ads wherever on their video, and they can add as many as they want or remove as many as they want if they have 8+ minutes videos. Now the thing is that by the end of the month you get income from people who watch your videos by the ads, like who watch the ads, who clicked on the ads. That's one type of income, but the other one is premium income. And this is from people who use YouTube Premium, where they don't see the ads, but they watch your videos. So in a way, YouTube is the one paying you that money. And it's different. I have it way lower than the income that I get from people watching the ads themselves. And then you have, of course, extra stuff like memberships and other things. So yeah, just saying that you have different sources of income on YouTube, but mostly ads from ads.
With YouTube Premium subscriptions. So to people like that, thank you, of course, but I've never judged people or been mad at people for using free ad blockers and, not watching ads like on my videos per se, because I get it, people don't give a shit about the ads on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I shouldn't expect and demand people to watch ads
No.
or give me money to watch my content. At the end of the day, I understand that I'm making a free product. I'm uploading videos for free to the internet, and thankfully YouTube has a good system in place that allows me to get paid. But truth be told, I would still be doing this if I wasn't getting paid. And I know a lot of YouTubers, they've maybe made hypocrites.
I'm calling BS on that one because, like, how many videos does this guy create? Okay, let's see. His channel has 1 million subscribers. All right.
So I wanted to.
How many videos does he make? He makes videos, fundraisers. Wait, what does it mean when you put a fundraiser on a video? All right, let's ignore that. This guy makes each day 4 videos. Now, come to me and tell me that you can make 12 minutes plus videos each day, edited videos where you're working on it, which takes you hours and hours and hours to make, while having an actual job and earning money from an actual job, because you don't earn money on these videos. Would you still be doing these videos on a daily basis if you actually had an 8-hour job, if you had a family to raise, if you had kids, if you had obligations towards your parents, towards your community, if you had friends, if you had to socialize, to have an actual normal life, going to the gym, working out, cleaning your house, and cooking as well?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Z and shit like that anymore. I mean, yeah, like millennials love Facebook, right? Like old heads are all over Facebook. It's YouTube themselves, because like I said, they have probably lost billions of dollars, man, like an insane amount of money from people using ad block. So of course YouTube, they want to make that money, they want to increase their revenue, they want to bring in a bigger piece of the pie or whatever, but I don't really see this going well. I'm going to be honest with you, I just simply don't. We've seen time and time again when it comes to stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I forgot to add that if you love it as a hobby and you would do it as a hobby, of course, yeah, as a hobby, but nobody has 8 hours a day for hobbies. You would probably make videos for yourself on a weekly basis, maybe even if you can, one video a day, but that's like exaggerating, because a hobby is not something you have time to do every single day. So yeah, that's different. I personally created YouTube videos for so many time, like at least 2 years without having any actual income doing it. I just love to do it, and it was my hobby, and I was squeezing it between my job, my actual 8-hour job.
The internet that, yeah, even if your product is the premium product on the market, even if it is free, the moment that you start, adding hiccups to the process of using it, or you start monetizing it to an extent that it's not fun to use anymore, people will stop using it. People will stop giving a shit. I mean, shit, it's part of the reason, for instance, that like Facebook isn't really cool with like Gen Z and shit like that anymore. I mean, yeah, like millennials love Facebook, right? Like old heads are all over Facebook, bro, but younger people really don't give a shit about Facebook because it's littered with ads. It's an outdated experience for most people. It hasn't done well with keeping up with the times and with other social medias, and everything that Facebook does is shady and only out to make money. People don't like shit like that. I mean, I get that these companies have to make money, they have to do things, but let's be serious. YouTube is not hurting for money. YouTube is not having fucking money problems. Google is not having money
Yeah,
problems. And essentially
true.
what this comes off as is YouTube is trying to basically make their website less appetizing to use, less practical for a lot of people to use, in order to scrape together some extra money. I mean, I don't really blame YouTube for like wanting to do something about it, but I mean, it's not like the platform has been fucking failing or falling apart over all these years that
Yeah.
we've had ad blocker, right? I mean, it's not like YouTube hasn't been, hitting record numbers pretty much every damn year, right? Like YouTube is doing fine. They are succeeding. They are, making money. They're doing fine. They don't need the extra money. And I mean, I get it, right? They're a business. They're not going to be like, fuck it, let's not make some extra money. But at the end of the day, like I said, the moment you make that ease of access a little bit harder for people, you're really starting to push the boundaries of what people are willing to put up with. Now, I get it. There's not a lot of other YouTube alternatives out there, but I mean, there are platforms like Rumble, and Rumble, it is smaller, it
What's
has a little bit
that?
more of a reputation for not being as monitored and filtered, but a lot of people also like that too. They don't like the restrictions of YouTube. And you start doing shit like this, and you start cracking down on more things across the platform, and you're giving more incentive for people to jump ship. Now, let's be
Yep.
honest. Is everyone going to go over to Rumble or Odyssey or whatever because
Nah.
YouTube is basically trying to prevent ad blockers? I really
Nah.
doubt it, but it just doesn't make sense because it's another one of those things where the YouTube community kind of feels like they're being spit on in a way, right? Like they feel like they're kind of getting shit on by YouTube. And a lot of people are like kind of defending it. They're like, oh, this is a huge W for creators. This is great for people on the platform. And yeah, I mean, technically it is. Like, sure, I probably would make more money like this, but I'm also a YouTube user. I mean, like I said, I have YouTube Premium, so ad block doesn't really matter on this platform for me. But like, I get why people want ad block, and I get that not everyone's going to pay for YouTube Premium. But I don't really feel like that is.
Not only that, not everyone can actually afford it. And also, I'm sorry, but like having ads constantly in videos that you want to watch is annoying as well. Because some people overdo it with ads. Like some people add non skippable ads all the time. And I don't like that. I like to be able to skip my ads.
It's really worth it, right? Like, I don't care about making a little bit extra money. I mean, sure, it'd be great. I'm not going to sit here and turn it down, but at the end of the day, I just understand what it's like to be an internet user too much, man. I mean, like, you got to get it. Like, I was part of the generation that started growing up with, like, BearShare and fucking Napster and LimeWire and fucking all these different platforms and the Pirate Bay. Like, we grew up basically getting around shit like this. You know what I mean? I mean, I was a kid, I was using ad block, like I said, before, I had money to buy YouTube Premium and shit with. I understand, like, not everyone's gonna want to sit through fucking 7 ads in a YouTube video. I mean, I just don't see
Yeah.
basically antagonizing the YouTube audience in this kind of way as a big W. I'm sorry. And as a creator, I just feel like there's so many larger issues at hand with the YouTube platform that should be getting addressed. I mean, there's been massive issues with the copyright system and YouTube's review systems and monetization policies, even site functionality, their outreach on social media. There's been so many problems across the board for years on YouTube that could have been fixed at any point in time, you know, they could have finally addressed it. It's not like creators haven't been talking about these issues for half a decade at this point, right? But they could be doing something about all these other issues that people really have with the platform that could solve so many issues across the board, and like no care for that whatsoever. But hey, randomly in 2023, let's get mad at ad blockers. Let's focus in on that. Now, obviously, these other things that they could be fixing very oftentimes don't really directly lead to more profit for YouTube, and I think that's really the standout of this entire thing here, right? That's really what we should be kind of focused on, is what makes us money as a business, right? Like, oh, we got to focus on what makes us money. Not all the time. I mean, you could do something, like I said, about the real problems on the platform that, I mean, admittedly won't make you as much money, but wouldn't it be kind of cool if your platform was good and like better and had, you know, better features and actually worked for people, and then people would actually probably be more incentivized to like buy YouTube Premium and shit like that, and then you make more money anyway, I guess. I don't know. It's just the way that I think, right? I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not the CEO of a completely massive multinational conglomeration or anything like that, but I feel like the platforms that have true longevity, the platforms that really understand their user base online, are the ones that simply get what it's like to be a user on that platform, and the ones that actually try to meet in the middle with their audience, right? I mean, for instance, like you look at all these other like tech companies like Netflix, let's take them for example, right? There's been a lot of controversy over the last couple months because they were going to introduce like this new policy that they had been working on that basically prevented people from sharing their passwords with each other, right? Like I know a lot of people, family, friends, or whatever, instead of everyone buying their own Netflix account, right, they'll just share a password for one, and then that way like 6 people can all just tap into the same Netflix. Well, of course, Netflix loses a lot of money doing this, so they wanted to step in and prevent that by stopping password sharing and making people actually buy their own accounts, and their stock plummeted. There was a massive backlash wave on social media. People were canceling their
What
memberships
happened with
to
that,
Netflix.
by the way? Did they continue? Did they implement it or not? Cause not gonna say, but like I don't think that they did, because I kind of would notice if they did.
And then they had to basically back it down and say that it, you know, was an accident or some bullshit. I can't even remember how it even fully ended. They just tried to put out some
Okay, so
corporate
they
response
didn't do
note,
it.
basically having to just apologize to everybody because they screwed up. Now, of course, you can understand Netflix doesn't want people to password share, but you also have to understand not everyone's gonna buy a Netflix account. Like, in no world is that ever gonna happen. And it's just
It's
like with
just
this,
like they tease and try because they're greedy for money, and they try to test where the boundaries are, you know, and then they see they went too far and then they swim back. So that's exactly what happened here, you know, like that's what all companies will try to do. But if we all combine our power and our hatred towards an idea that a company put out, we can defeat it, because if we leave, they're screwed. All right? The power is within us. We can do it.
no world ever is YouTube going to actually successfully prevent people from blocking ads on their website. Like, do whatever you want. You know, you can put a little pop-up that says, oh, we detected your fucking ad blocker, but guess what? Every other website on the planet has been introducing these over the last few years too. And a lot of the ad blocks are getting even smarter. There's some that can detect those pop-ups for you and block them from displaying and just re-unlock the entire website for you. Like, no matter what you do, you can put whatever you want up to try and prevent people from blocking ads. The nerds in their basement using GitHub code and like hanging out and writing these fucking plugins and programs, they're gonna one-up you eventually. Like, they're gonna outsmart you eventually, and then they're just gonna fucking push an update out to their little, you know, plugin that just circumvents whatever you do. Like, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. It's like these companies don't realize that there's like 30 years of internet history plus to look at. Whenever has the internet not gotten an opportunity to get shit for free or to circumvent some paywall? It just doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't matter. You could have like fucking Fort Knox security preventing people from doing this, and people will find a way. If there is a will, there is a way. In internet terms, it is entirely true. Like, if people want around it, they're gonna get around it. And the quicker YouTube learns that, the better, because this is not a good decision and it's gonna piss a lot of people off. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimist. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about YouTube taking on ad blockers and signing out.
Bye-bye. I love that the whole time we had Spider-Man in the background. I love this game. It was so entertaining to watch it. I wish, though, he continued beating up these the guys around, because that's the most fun, the action, that more than the actual puzzles and whatnot. I know it's just in the background for us, but at least something for our eyes while we are watching. I also like how Netflix recently came out and said that they are basing Jennifer and her backstory on some Eastern Asian dances and folklore. Sad but true. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I'm pretty sure they canned the idea of having the Netflix password sharing thing. I remember when they had like tweet where it says sharing passwords is sharing love or something like that, and love is sharing password. And then, brah, like 3 years ago you said that, and now you're changing your mind. So yeah, people did call onto that. Ads are everywhere right now. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, they are paying in the booty. I mean, they gotta live somehow, you know, and ads are the best way to get money online. So with these websites, what else can they do, you know? But see, like, the good thing about the difference between YouTube ads and Twitch ads is huge. I don't bother. Like, literally, Twitch ads are the worst ads ever, in my opinion. This company really doesn't know how to implement ads in the best way. But also, it's not their fault, because it's very hard to do. So, like, let's take, for example, YouTube ads are different. YouTube ads really listens to what you like, what you watch, what the content is. Sometimes they do get confused and they have weird YouTube ads on videos, and you're like, why am I getting this ad, you know? But a lot of times they nail it. For example, if you have a tech YouTube site, then most of the ads that you're gonna get on that are gonna be tech ads, you know, like stuff for technology. And if you are watching food, for example, YouTube food content, then mostly you're gonna get food ads, and so forth. Like if you're watching a makeup company or makeup YouTuber that deals with makeup, you're gonna get a lot of brand deals about makeup when it comes to that. So that's easy when you have like an actual target audience and you can deal for that. But for example, for my channel, it is kind of harder. I don't know what kind of ads you get for my channel, but I react to so many diverse type of content. Like one day you will see anime, another day you're gonna see drama, another day you're gonna see try not to laugh, and all that's so hard for YouTube to figure out my target audience and actually recommend the right ads for you. So you might get really weird ads watching my YouTube channel. But for example, Chris, watching where you said that you were watching a video about animals and you got, wait, let me read it. It's like me watching cute animals and then getting a scary movie ad and ruin my immersion. Yeah, that's the worst. So sometimes they don't really nail it. However, Twitch is so much worse with the ads because Twitch doesn't know how to. I don't know, like Twitch is relying on live streams and there is no different type of content. You don't have a streamer his base content is food and only food and nothing else but food, so Twitch can recommend a food ad on that. Like it doesn't work like that. All streamers have similar base, a lot of gaming, but all games are different variety. Now with Twitch, I would say the best way they can go is with just implementing gaming ads for gaming content or following ads depending on the category of the stream. For example, if it is just chatting, then have a category for just chatting where you can actually recommend makeup and food and travel and whatever you want. But if it is a gaming content, if it's like, for example, Call of Duty or whatever, then strictly have it as a gaming ad, you know? I wish they do something like that. But also what is really bothersome when it comes to Twitch ads, in my opinion, is the fact that you cannot skip those ads. And if a stream is 5 hours long and they already rolled 5 ads, you have to watch all these 5 ads in a row in order to watch that channel. And also, it's a live stream. You miss so many awesome moments. You cannot go back and watch these. You literally have to watch after the stream is finished. And if the content creator actually publishes it as a past broadcast or a highlight video, which I'm sure none of us will do, or the majority will not do ever. So it is really hard with Twitch ads, and I don't like them at all. Personally, I don't think that they did a good job with it. I would say it's better, instead of like putting the ad immediately directly on the video that you're watching, I would say have it like in some other websites where you have like mini ads pop-ups around the video, you know, like something like that, or on the actual channel, like not on the video itself, but for example, where we have the chat, maybe on top of the chat, a pop-up, or below the about section or something like that. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm talking a lot. I need water. So yeah, like I would say find another way, because this thing is not working for you. And I'm sure a lot of people get annoyed and they don't watch the. I skip a stream. I'm like, I want to watch, let's say, Pokimane stream. And I see 5 ads. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm going to go and watch Miss Kiff stream instead. Or something like that, you know? Like, it's crazy. I don't like it at all.
Madam, I'm afraid that consuming sturgeon fish is not allowed in this area.
Wait, just like that? Maybe not allowed.